Number one, we're going to write in the word help. I'll say without apology, the Holy Spirit wants to help you. He wants to help me. He wants to help us in lots of regards. With knowing and learning truth. Let me lean on that. With knowing and learning truth. I've contended for a long time that there's a lot of inaccurate information about who God is. There's a lot of inaccurate information about who Jesus is. And the Holy Spirit is the one that leads us into all truth. He's also the one that helps us live it out. Because if we're honest about this, we can't live out that which we're called to live out without His help and power. The book of Romans talks about the sinful nature that we have. This gravitation towards the wrong things, towards the wrong application. But the Spirit helps us. Romans 8 helps us in our weakness. The Spirit helps us to be able to forgive, helps us to be compassionate, helps us to be transformed from being me-minded to others-minded, helps me to walk in the behaviors that I'm called to walk in.
Come alive, wake up, sleeper, He is risen, we are risen with Him.
The Holy Spirit helps with our relationships, with our families. As great as it is to be married, if you're married, as great as it is to have kids, if you have kids, you need help in those areas. We need help because we're two sinners trying to make life together. And we're raising, if we have kids, we're raising kids, and there's certain areas that are cute, and there's certain areas of life that they are the antithesis of cute. And you need help. They need help. And the Lord helps us. If you have in-laws, you need help. If you have friends, you need help. You and I need help in the relationships around us. You and I need help for living out our purposes. Because every single person hearing me, whether at home or in building, God has a purpose for your life. That's not lip service. That's not something that a preacher came up with. There's design behind you. And you need help in walking that out or living in that. I was thinking this morning when I was driving here about, and it's not in my notes, about Adam. When God creates everything, He has Adam in the Garden of Eden, and He looks at him and He says that there was no suitable helper for him. And so the Lord fashions woman. And you know the story of rib and all that. But then I was thinking, part of what I was triggered by driving here was thinking that as life went along, how easy it would have been to start to draw help from other places. You start to draw help from your kids. You start to draw help from the community that's growing. You start to draw help from a variety of other places than the source that God gave you for help. As a follower of God, when you give your life to Jesus and you say, I want to be a follower of Jesus, He gives you the Holy Spirit. And it's easy as you go along to start to gravitate away from that and try and find your help from other places. Try and find your help from your education, your bank account, other people, your spouse. And those can be blessings in our lives, but He draws us back to understanding that He is the source of our help. He told Peter that he needed it. We see that John needed it. We see that Paul needed it. And you and I, no matter what landscape we walk in, will need the help of the Holy Spirit.
If you see what I see, that the grave is empty, then you know what I know. Anything is possible. If you see what I see,
suicide rates are rising rapidly. So most Jesus followers should prepare ourselves for a more active role in preventing suicides. We are on the front line since pros rarely get involved until a foot soldier helps connect people in crisis with trained professionals. E94.org is a Christian ministry dedicated to equipping the church to prevent suicide through free training of foot soldiers to prevent suicide through training, consulting, and resources. Get equipped to give hope and help and confidently refer people to professional counselors. Learn more at e94.org. Thank you.